This is a true story. A handful of deeply wounded hearts gathered in a room, which means four walls penning them in, which means sitting on the edges of chairs, mapping out exits and all the possible pathways to get to them. Trembling, wrapped in their defenses, feral cats drawn towards warmth but unsure if they can tolerate what's expected of them. Having been exceptional children, brilliant and talented, but neglected and smashed into boxes that didn't fit the beautiful shapes they existed in. Go to your room until you're finished crying. Just a foretelling of a lifetime of hide yourself if you want to survive. Years, decades, half of a lifetime of being told they are too much and simultaneously not enough to meet expectations. Anything they have is to be taken, and they are forsaken, their needs never met, left to fend for themselves and then shamed for the ways that they suffer. Now having wounds so deep, they have their own wounds and own weather systems that drop cyclones and fires, blizzards and floods, and somehow one little heart is supposed to contain all that inside of them. But when they try to tell, they're either told, "You're a liar," or "Get away from me, I don't want that to hold." So at this point, any of the hearts will happily bleed all the way out before asking for help. But they are hearts that hold others. So when they saw a support group called Love and Care for Wounded Hearts, they all showed up and then simultaneously said, "I'm just here to support the others. In receiving care, I don't need to take part. I am a fully self-contained heart." Awkward, fidgeting, eyes darting around. Will anyone ever speak? Till finally, one heart said to the others, "I've given up being loved in this lifetime. My last wish is just to not die alone. When I take my last breath, I want someone to notice." And the hearts all sat in silence, each thinking at times when they've been down on their knees begging for mercy from the universe and the curses it carries, knocking on death's door, begging it to take them, but just another rejection. And it feels like if even death hates them, why are they here? Like a lake that took a wrong turn and made its home in the desert. It can't exist there, but there's nowhere else for them to go. So they bury themselves deep inside, trying to hide, hoping to be safer, but it's just so lonely in there. And they've all learned the hard way that no one will save them, that knights in shining armor turn swords against them, that lifeboats always sink and lovers only bring flowers that are thorned. Laced with shame that seeps into veins, turning thoughts into poison and cloaking bones in unending layers of mass until there's no longer a way to show what's inside of them. And the problem with that is, to be truly loved, you must first be seen. To be both seen and simultaneously loved is something the hearts desperately need, but no longer dare to dream. Suddenly, a heart said, "Wait, aren't we actually amazing? Look at all the ways we've been battered and beaten, bruised and abandoned, and yet somehow we're still here beating. And you can't say we're broken because hearts are for loving, and that's what we're doing so deeply that we're burdened. What if we are actually perfect in our imperfections, like crooked sunsets and jagged mountains? Soft hearts that can be easily wounded can also be mended, patched over in bright colors, and the most beautiful mosaics are made from thousands of pieces. And mosaics together create silver skies that harbor gold stars, showing us that we are worthy and we are enough and worthy of love, and masks made from the scraps of them show a way home for hearts that have never had one, or who only know home as a room with no floor, conditional leases to take pieces of you meant to be cherished. Love always walks lockstep with grief, and nothing is forever. But maybe, the hearts thought, we could just be here together and consider the reflections of others that mirror our own struggles and know how much we love them means maybe, perhaps, possibly, we might be worthy of love ourselves. And against all odds, the hearts agreed to reconvene, and they all came back for a second meeting.